Hello, Serge here. As you can see to my right is Doc Griffin, and we're actually in his workshop today in Columbia, South Carolina. As you all know, I'm very, very big on club fitting, to put it mildly, and I've seen so many people come in from everywhere to get fitted by Doc Griffin, and what really started to get me thinking was we've had a few students from Europe actually come over for our swing surgeon golf schools, and in many cases a number of them came over here and saw Doc and got fitted and had a new set of clubs by the time they showed up at the golf school. And I started thinking, and I know we've read it on the website, and many people have said to Doc himself that, boy, I'd really love to come and get fitted, but I just can't afford the time and the extra expense to go all the way to Columbia, South Carolina. And so I started thinking, well, is there any way we can help them out? So I finally asked Doc this question a while back, and I said, Doc, I know what you do in the fittings. We've shot a video about it, which will eventually be on the site at some time so everybody can know what a good fitting is. And I said, if you had the numbers you need that you gather in a fitting, which is the body specific ones about the wrist to the floor and all those other things, and the club head speeds that you need to have a chance of figuring out the shaft and the MOI, and then ultimately you came back and said, what I really would need is a picture of them. And heck, everybody's got a cell phone that takes pictures now, and many of you have gotten cameras to film yourself. If you can send a video to him, but a camera I guess would be the easiest one, because they can send it through the camera so that he can get the tempos on it. He said, I could do it. I said, how close could you get with all that information and the video from the student to building a set of clubs? How close could you get as if they came physically here? And your answer was?
95%.
95% plus. I said, whoa, that's pretty darn good. It certainly beats the pants off of going to a discount store or a basic fitting where they just have you hit a bunch of clubs and say, okay, you like this one best, and you pay for them and they send the order in. Because as you know, I've always said, if the fitter that fitted you doesn't build the clubs, you got shafted. So you can get one in 95%. So since you put this program together and it's yours, and this is going to be a pilot program for us, it might expand to our other fitters too, but for now, this needs to stay in-house here to make sure that everything works and that we can build up stats and build up anything else we need to add to it or whatever to expand it, correct?
Correct. It's just going to be easier to administrate it through one central.
Exactly. It's no point, and since you're our main guy that wrote this up, you're the guy that has to administrate it and test it, and since I'm so close, we can have a lot of involvement on this. So tell us about what you put together.
Basically, it's an 11-page questionnaire.
11 pages?
Yeah, 11 pages, and it is very in-depth. It not only gathers physical information as far as the body structure and the measurements that I need from that standpoint.
You have to get length and a good shot at lie angle and everything else.
Right, but it also, as you can see, and people can go on our website and actually download this. If they need help and don't feel comfortable with that, we can mail them the hard copy. But if they go to docgriffingolf.com, long distance fitting, they can download the form and see.
Beautiful, so you can print it out right on your home printer.
Exactly, or fill it out PDF and then send it to us. And the thing is that it measures so much different stuff in here that you're looking at the ball striking, their shot patterns, the way they address the golf ball, everything that I need to know that I would gather if they were here, we pick up off of this questionnaire. The one thing that I can't really get that specific on from this questionnaire is exact MOI, because as you know, when we've done your stuff and you've seen me do others, I actually am playing with different weights. But even this questionnaire allows me to address MOI by where we're seeing ball striking and the patterns on the club face and different shot dispersions.
So again, you can get to within possibly 95% of it.
95%, and as you know, we ran this before we ever made it public. We made it available to some people that did this, and the results have been phenomenal.
So you've already done a few people on this?
Yes.
And the results are good in terms of their feedback coming back about how good the clubs were?
I have yet to have one negative comment, and if there is one, don't send it.
Sounds good. So that's another good thing. I didn't know that you were actually doing this on the side, and to get to this moment where we actually go more, I guess, worldwide with it.
Right. And the thing
Will
is,
we ship worldwide?
Oh yes.
Might cost a little bit more for shipping, but we.
UPS loves us. Well, if we go worldwide, like shipping to New Zealand and stuff overseas, I usually ship postal because it's a lot less expensive than UPS. But we've had so many people. You know, we go back to when we started this program with the fitting and really hitting it, and what we've been doing with trying to put the truth out there about golf clubs and fitting. People wanted fitters, so we started the fitter program, and we've got 25 fitters scattered out in the United States, but we get a lot of requests from overseas. And yeah, I've had a lot of people come in from overseas, but for everyone that comes in, you know, there's got to be 10 or 20 that can't. So the request, probably. But
again, if you know what you consider pretty good fitters overseas, wherever you're living, go to them and tell them about us and see if they're interested in getting on board.
Exactly.
Because we want teachers, we want certified instructors and certified fitters all over the world, because the Surge Nation is all over the world.
And we do have a program for certifying fitters. So if they just contact me, I can walk them through the steps. But this makes it easier for folks that are overseas and have nobody even close that they can.
And anybody in the United States that doesn't have a fitter that they close enough to them that they know or whatever, and they're willing to do it this way, the price of the clubs will be good, and the clubs will be good.
Exactly.
Cross your heart?
Promise.
Okay. All right, well, that's our new program that if you're looking for golf clubs, and again, they don't need to do a whole set either, right? They could just get a set of irons or wedges or drivers or whatever.
I've had this happen on more than one occasion where they want to have a test club, and I will build them a test club.
That I think is awesome, because I saw they did that at our last golf school, one test club, and the lady was just ecstatic about it, and she ordered the whole set. But that's a good idea too. We'll do just a test club and or just a driver or whatever you need.
Right.
Or you can build your set in pieces. Once you got the information, they don't have to buy the whole set at once. They could buy it in pieces if they want, right?
Yeah. And speaking of, you mentioned driver, we've had that program out longer than the full set.
And that was basically done with that.
The 11 page is a complete bag full set fitting. There's also the long distance driver form. It's on the same page, the long distance fitting page on the website. It's just one page, not two. But it's not nearly as involved because you're not going through so much. But they have that option. If they want to just do a driver, they don't need to do the full 11 page.
Okay, but if they're thinking about future, the whole 11 page.
Do the 11 page. I've had a couple of them send it in, like this is one right here. I built the guy a driver, but he sent the whole thing for future.
Good, sounds good. Well, there you go. If you can't get to a fitter, and you certainly can't get to the dock over here, no matter where you are in the world, and we have golfers at every country in the world that has a golf course. If you want to get a really fitted set of golf clubs, go online to what?
DocGriffinGolf.com.
DocGriffinGolf.com. Download the program, the questionnaire or test, whatever it is, and fill in all the blanks with good information, and get yourself a video of yourself and send it to. What do you need in the video? Just face on, or down the line, or both, or what?
Both. Five face on and 5 down line.
And down line, because he's going to take tempos off those swings that he sees on the camera. Okay, well that's it, and so here you are. Here's your chance. You can get yourself some custom fitted clubs from the Doc himself, no matter where you live. So for Doc Griffin, I'm the Surge, and we'll be talking to y'all again soon.